Hi, I'm Nari.
Hi, I'm Evelyn.
The Grammys happened last Saturday, and Evelyn and I just wanted to sit down in front of the camera and talk about some of our grievances with the awards. So I guess we'll call this Grammy Grievances. This is mostly going to be about, like, Beyoncé,
And
just so you
Adele.
know, like, warning, we're mad.
I was also relatively upset that Rihanna didn't win anything
Yeah.
because she had just as many top hits as Adele, maybe even more, like this year.
Auntie was Rihanna's best album to
It
date.
was really
It was
good.
good, and it was so mature for her. Like, usually like, people just kind of take singles off her albums, and, like, those are good, and, like, she doesn't really put out a full, like, piece of work. But, like, Auntie, you could tell there was hard work put into the album, and it was really good.
But it didn't have, like, just her normal... Like, when you think of Rihanna, you think of, like, I want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, or, like, Pond of Replay. But, like, she had Love on the Brain, which is, like, really different. And she had Higher. I love that song. And I just thought it was really
Even her
great.
cover of Tame Impala song, like, Same Old Mistakes,
That
it was so good! That was so good! And, like, I forget what she lost. She lost to, like, 21 Pilots in that one award.
They took their pants off for it. I remember
I
that
actually
much.
kind of
Yeah.
liked that.
I mean, it was cute when they, like, told the little story.
The story
When
was
they
cute.
were doing it, I was like, what?
Yeah,
are you
for
doing?
sure. I was like,
Like, nobody wants to see that.
They won Best Pop Duo Group. They won against
Oh.
Rihanna and Drake.
And, like, that to me didn't exactly make sense just because. Work was literally the song of the summer.
And, like, don't get me wrong, 21 Pilots is cool. Like, they're different, and, like, I will give them credit for that. But I feel like Rihanna and Drake deserved that. Adele did not do as well as I thought that she was going to do.
It was a little weak on Adele's part. She was singing, like, okay for the first song when she did, like, the opening. I think she opened. And then later when she did the tribute and she had to start over and stuff, it's like, yeah, you're human, like, whatever. But also, Beyonce would never have to start over a performance.
Never. She didn't sound like what the recording sounds like. Like, when you listen to Beyonce's performance, that sounded straight out of her album. Like, I could be in the recording studio and she would sound like that, the same that she sounded on stage.
Also, Adele has sung Hello maybe 3 billion times, so why are we messing up now? The Grammys doesn't pay attention to black musicians the way it should. Like, they will bring them for the performances, but when it comes to the award giving, they just don't pay attention. And it's frustrating because black musicians, since the beginning of time, have had such a big impact on music and popular music.
I thought that it was a nice gesture, but, like, it still doesn't make up for the fact that she should have won that award. And it is going to be sitting in Adele's little, like, Grammy trophy case that she has in her house, and it's not going to be sitting in Beyonce's. That's, like, the main thing.
Like, it was cool that she, like, recognized that she didn't deserve that award, but, I mean, it's not about the artist, it's really about the Grammys and their organization that needs to, like, they need to change. Because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, the last black woman to win was Lauryn Hill in 1999. That was a long freaking time ago.
Yeah. Like, what, like...
Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's...
And you
18
cannot
years.
tell me that a black woman has not made good music since Lauryn Hill.
Or
It's
even a black
incorrect.
man. Like, I listened to Lemonade, like, it was the only thing I listened to for a solid month.
Yep.
It is different than just having, like, that song, like, Closer, being played over and over and over again on the radio. It's not based on the fact that it was, like, good music. It's based on the fact that these little kids will pay money, or, like, the radio will keep playing it because people will tune in. I was really happy that Chance the Rapper won, though.
He deserved it. I don't care if people think he's overrated. It's just because he's popular. Don't buy into that. People should still recognize, like, when there's talent. Also, his album was, like, super innovative. You're making people other than black people care about gospel music. Like, that is something. That's impact. And that's the kind of thing that black musicians have just been doing for as long as the beginning of time.
Black musicians have been the core of, like, everyone's like music, like how they start out. Adele probably almost definitely has like
She said before she's influenced by all kinds of R&B, soul singers. Like, that's where you get your sound from. When people first heard Rolling in the Deep, they thought it was a black woman.
Should the value of a song be placed upon the popularity?
Impact, I'd say. Impact is what it should be based on. These songs had impact. Lemonade had impact. Popularity shows the kind of impact these songs had. I think in general, that's what we should be paying attention to. My, 50-something-year-old dad is singing Work in the Kitchen. My mom, who doesn't really know American music that well, she's from Puerto Rico, like, is humming along to it, or turning it up in the car, or like those kinds of things.
The meaning behind a lot of the songs in Lemonade was so powerful, and especially if you watch the Lemonade film, they had a real poet come in and like write poetry to go in. It was like real poetry and it actually meant something. It's cinematic music. The point of the album was to tell a story, and you're listening to all of it to figure out how the story ends.
So many people connected to Lemonade. It's like on such a deep level.